Turkey's done.
And so is the kitchen.
And welcome back to the Retro Review. I am the Bearded Geek. Joining me as always is Mikey the Freak.
What's up?
And the dude. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Today we're going to be reviewing the movie The Money Pit featuring Tom Hanks. But before we get into it, let's check out the trailer, shall we?
Yes, let's.
Anna and Walter are young, single, and in love. They've got good jobs, fabulous futures, a magnificent new home that they bought for a song. Who says they can't have it all?
It's gonna be fun fixing it up, you'll see. Look, this is an old house. It's gonna need some work. $5,000? That's just a deposit.
A little work.
When do you think you can start?
Just as soon as your check clears.
A little care. Do you really buy this house? Yes, it is. A little imagination, and it's gonna be great.
Hey, Mr. Fielding, don't worry about a thing. Okay, guys, let's do it!
The Money Pit. If they've got what it takes, it's going to take everything they've got. Coming this Christmas from Universal Pictures.
So it was a Christmas movie, apparently.
Who knew?
Who knew, right?
Who knew?
All right, Mikey the Freak, why don't you tell us a little bit more about this movie?
Yeah, so IMDb basically it's very simple. A young couple struggles to repair a hopelessly dilapidated house. So basically, they're conned into buying this house by Maureen Stapleton, her character, and it's gorgeous on the outside, beautiful. They think they're getting a steal, $1 million home for basically pennies on the dollar. Once they move in, they're like, let's make some renovations. They start moving some stuff, and everything they touch completely falls apart. Everything, no matter what it was. One of the funniest parts that they're halfway through the movie and she tries to light the stove and it's a gas stove, and Tom Hanks starts to run like, no, don't do it, because they thought that the whole house was going to explode, basically, because that was their rotten luck with the house, and it worked out perfectly. Other than a little bit later, he ends up destroying the stove anyway. So it's kind of funny that everything they touch, with the staircase and the front door, was hilarious. A lot of quick, funny type slapstick humor, you would say. They're sleeping in the bed on the floor, and they're like, yeah, this is going to be great. It's perfect. What's to worry about? And it's storming, raining, and all of a sudden the camera lights come back on, and there's like 10 holes in the ceiling just pouring down like it's raining in their bedroom. The funniest one I always like, the funniest part of that would be, it's cold. They're using the sheets as like windows because there's holes in the walls. And he throws the log in the fireplace. And of course, they're on the second story, and the whole chimney just starts coming down all the way down, the whole thing. And it just stops, and the soot just blows in his face. So kind of those funny type slapstick humor, which this movie's funnier now, I think, than one of the first couple times I saw it years ago. And I haven't seen this. It's probably been 10 plus years since I've seen it.
It's
I
because we've all done home renovations at this
Yeah.
point.
So it's relative, and I agree, and that's what I was gonna bring up. This movie is relative, to a lot of the older generation that have had issues with, "Oh, it'll be a quick fix, it'll take, a day to fix," and it's a week past.
Mhm.
There's always
2
something
weeks.
wrong.
Just
2
takes 2
weeks,
weeks.
2 weeks, it's
2
2
weeks.
weeks, and 5 more $1,000, yeah.
Yeah.
So a great movie, funnier than I remembered, but it definitely worth the watch. Bearded Geek, what do you think? What was your first impressions of this movie?
No, this movie was definitely funny. I like how halfway through the movie they get the rift between Shelley Long's character and Tom Hanks' character because Shelley Long slept with Carl. Um, it was
Max.
huh?
Max,
Max.
Max,
That's Carl. That's Carl.
Who's Carl?
That's
it's
Carl.
from
That's the
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
He's the villain in Die Hard
Yeah,
in the
he's the
first
villain in Die
movie.
Hard. Yeah.
I
As
knew
soon as
you'd
I saw
bring
the
that shit
first
up. I knew you would bring it up. As soon as I saw it, I go, I know that guy. I haven't seen him in a while.
when the first time you see him, you don't even see him. It's like a painting of him, and he has that look on his face like he's angry, like in Die Hard. So I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell's going on?
He leaves
But
he leaves this movie and goes straight into Die Hard.
yep, that's exactly what happens. But yeah, this movie is hilarious. The home renovation stuff. As you get older and you start, doing home renovations on your own, you realize that this movie is very relatable, very
Yeah.
relatable. So yeah, I had a blast with this movie. The dude. How about you, sir?
This was my first time watching this movie, and I have a feeling that if I had watched it as a child, I either would have loved it or hated it.
Mm.
As an adult, it's humorous. I did have some laugh out loud moments, but other than that, yeah, it's a movie.
The tub
Okay.
scene. They're pouring the water in the
Oh,
first time. Oh, it's fine. They pour
funniest
it in
bit
again.
The funniest bit for me is when Tom Hanks is when he goes to get the money on the run when he's standing on the second floor in the den, and then he just falls through. I'm in the
And he start,
den. I'm not lying. I'm in the den. Where in the den? In the floor behind the
Behind
chair.
the chair.
behind the chair.
And then she starts laughing. And he's been there
Yep.
for hours. Hours. And she's like, ha ha, that's so funny.
I'm not
And
gonna
then, like,
lie.
No, don't get me wrong. Like it's got funny bits. It's got funny elements to it. But I don't know. I probably once again, if I'd seen this as a child, I would have loved it and hated it. There would have been no in between.
I'm not gonna lie. As a child, I seen this and I didn't care for it as much.
Mm-mm.
The older me appreciates this movie more now than I
Yeah.
did back then. Yeah.
The
So
homeowner adult you.
yeah, the homeowner adult me
We
definitely.
and I think that's what it is. We can relate more now than we could then. So
Hmm.
now it's funnier because of the situations that he had to
It's
go through.
funny.
It's
Funny.
funny.
It's
It's
funny.
funny.
All right. So what would you rate it though, Mikey the Freak?
Man, you know what? I mean, it's a good Tom Hanks movie. I'd say in his prime, but he's had a 30-year prime to me, in my
Yeah.
honest opinion. Um, but I mean, I would say it's a solid 7. It has comedic gestures, kind of annoying a little bit at times, but a lot of funny anecdotes, slapstick humor. Um, like I said, it relates now to us as adults because we've gone through some of that kind of issues. Not specifically what he did, but working on
Not
your
as bad as he
car or
did.
something
No.
like
Yeah.
that. No, definitely not as bad as he did. But relatable situations, I guess you could say. So I say it's just a solid 7. It's definitely a funny movie. I don't know if it came on, I don't know if I would stop and watch it again. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those. If I didn't have nothing else on, I might put it on there. But Definitely not something I recommend unless you're really a Tom Hanks fan, just to kind of watch his library of movies. To be honest, so what do you think, Bearded Geek? What did you rate it?
Yeah, I'm right there with you, 7. If you're a Tom Hanks fan, this one's probably not one of his better works, but it's
No,
definitely not
definitely
one of
not.
his. It's middle of the road Tom Hanks for me. It's a middle Hank, so that's where I'm putting it.
It's a
Prob
big and a my left shoe, or was it red shoe?
Red shoe. My left
Red
shoe
Red
is
shoe.
shoe, red
Daniel
shoe.
Day Lewis.
Yeah, no, left
Oh,
red
it's my
shoe. My
left
left
foot.
red shoe.
It's my left foot.
My left. That's it. Yeah, so it's a red shoe movie, which wasn't as funny, and then a big kind of a slapstick
Yeah.
humor. It's funny, kind of in the
I'd
middle.
say that kind of right in the middle. I would recommend this if you're a Tom Hanks fan. If this one flies
Yeah,
under the radar for most, but I would recommend this just as a single viewing. This is probably not something you'd probably watch on a loop. So, but the
definitely.
dude, how would you rate it? This being your first time watching it?
6. I would say watch it if you're a Tom Hanks fan. This is a movie that if it were on TV, I'd keep flipping. I probably will not go back to this. Funny movie, but I don't feel the need to watch it a second time. Even
I
as a
get that.
Shelley Long fan, I really like Shelley Long and
Yeah,
the stuff that she's done. Ruthless People with Bette Midler was really funny. I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that she's done,
yeah.
uh, but yeah, probably won't
Won't
watch
won't
this one again.
won't give it a second look. I get you.
No, yeah.
But but are you better for watching this one? Eh.
No,
No,
That's fair. That's fair.
no.
All right, some fun facts about this movie. During breaks in filming, Tom Hanks liked to drive around the vintage Lincoln Model L series classic car, which is featured in the movie.
I like that car. That was cool.
Yeah, I did too.
oh, if you buy
Apparently,
the house, I'll throw it in. I'll throw the house. I'll throw the car in with it.
there you go.
And then
Apparent
she gets one over on his father at the end of the movie. That was hilarious.
exactly. I like the tie-in.
He got
Uh,
what he was kind of coming for him. I get it.
Apparently, Real Hells Angels bikers from a Real Hells Angels chapter portrayed the Hells Angels bikers in the movie.
That's funny.
And the Money Pit house owned by the Riddler family in real life was on the market to be sold when the movie was shooting. So there you have it.
Riddle me this.
Riddle me that. How
That
about some?
Riddler?
Maybe, maybe.
Oh.
The dude. What do we have for some soundtrack on this movie?
Oh.
Oh,
The Heart is So Willing, performed by Stephen Bishop. Web of Desire, performed by White Lion. Sitting on a Dream, performed by Melissa Manchester. I Gotta Be Me, performed by Sammy Davis Jr. Skin Tight, Cowboy Paradise, Me or Queresta, Rush Rush, Candy Gal, I Am a Pizza. The Pizza Man. They're giving credit to the song that was playing on the pizza delivery guy's car.
Oh,
La
geez.
Bamba, Javote, The Wedding Contract, and Ode to Joy.
that's a hefty soundtrack.
That's-
Mikey the Freak. What do we have for some related reels?
All right, yeah. So I did go with Shelley Long. The movies that I picked were kind of the corny ones. Was Brady Bunch. I thought she did a pretty good Florence Henderson for Brady Bunch. She was in Cheers for years.
Mm-hmm.
Rhyme all the
yeah,
time. Great job in Cheers, and then Troop Beverly Hills kind of went with the comedy.
Beverly Hills, what a thrill. Beverly
So,
Hills, what a thrill.
And then Tom Hanks, I kind of went with some of his more serious roles. The Arrival, which was a very good movie. A Man Called Otto, and The Da Vinci Code. Like all the Da Vinci ones are very good movies. And then the last one, very brief cameo or brief part in this movie, Joe Montana. So I went with Searching for Bobby Fischer. It's always a good movie. The Godfather 2. And then my favorite, The Three Amigos.
The Three
I had to
Amigos.
put Three Amigos in there.
No show, no dough.
dough.
No dough, no
Are you
show.
staying in the mansion? Are you staying in the mansion? The mansion, the Amigos are no longer living in the mansion. What about
Keep
those
those
clothes?
clothes. I'll say Baby's Day Out for Joe Montana.
Yes.
I'll say Baby's Day Out.
I like Baby's Day Out.
All right. Well, as we come to a close, the dude, where can people find you on your podcast?
The last podcast you'd want. Show a Mikey. Boom. Tip the field, shy the staff. Thank you all for coming. If you didn't, better luck next time.
All right. Well, make sure you check out the Mod Squad Network. That is the sister channel to the Back to the Retro Review, where we have a movie show, a horror show, a gamer show, and we go live every Saturday night with a giveaway. All right, guys, I do believe that does it for this episode of Back to the Retro Review. If you like this video, make sure you do all the YouTuber things. Give us a good old thumbing. Hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought. All right, guys. So for Mikey the Freak and the Dude, I am the Bearded Geek saying thank you for being a friend.
See ya.